Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to go over a small issue I've been having with the Veloster N, and that is the annoying rattling sound coming from the exhaust valve. Now, I looked up a couple solutions on how to solve this, and most of the time people just say to go ahead and spray the valve with some lubricant inside here, inside the tailpipe, and that might help. For some people, it does. For others, it doesn't. The main reason why I'm having the rattling noise go on is because I have a wider mid pipe on from the 2.5 to 3 inches. It's made by a company called Arc Performance. So I have that mid pipe installed along with a catless downpipe. So before that, there was no issues, but because of the amount of exhaust flow that's coming through here, it's been causing a huge rattling noise. Now, what I went ahead and did was I went online and looked up to see what other people were having or doing to solve the issue, and what was common was to order the Mopar spring. So this one right here I got from the dealership, and I had it ordered over to my house. So this is hopefully going to help. I'm going to show you how to take off the spring on the valve and install this, and we'll see if it makes a difference or not. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up right now. Obviously the spring. There we go. That's all it looks like. Super small, but apparently this makes the difference to stop the rattling. So I'll go ahead and see how much of a difference it makes. All right, so if we go over to the passenger side exhaust tailpipe, you can see this right here. This little piece in here is actually going to be the little actuator for what flips the valve. And on the other side here, right, so right back here, there's going to be some spots where you got to go ahead and use a socket. There's gonna be those three right there. I believe they're 8mm. I'll go ahead and check it right now. But anyways, you go ahead and take those three off, and the whole piece will go ahead and come off with the wire right here, and I'll unplug that once I get this off. All right, guys. So we went ahead and took out a little nuts holding that in, and you can see if you just pull it out like this, the piece comes off. So there we go. All right, so got this piece off right here. I'm actually not going to go ahead and unplug this. I'm just going to leave it attached because I don't need to unplug it. For the spring, all you have to do, as you can see right here, it's held in by a clip right there. You're just going to want to go ahead and pull that out. The spring comes out, super easy, doesn't require any effort. And now we're gonna go ahead and take this one and put that on. But before I put this spring on, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the comparison between the two. So you can tell that the Mopar spring is actually a lot larger than the Veloster N spring right here, the OEM one. And that's what they look like side by side. But yes, you can tell there's a definite difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one back on, just like this. Awesome, that's it. Super easy. Alrighty, so now that we got the spring on, I'm gonna go ahead and start the car up and see if it rattles or not. Hopefully, I'm gonna say a prayer. Hope that it doesn't. Alright, so the spring did a pretty good job, but unfortunately it is still rattling a little bit. You can hear it rattling a tiny bit. It is better than before, and I think while driving I'm going to be able to tell the difference. But go ahead and drive it in a few minutes, just let it warm up and see how it sounds out on the road. Okay, so driving the car for just a few minutes here now on the normal mode, and unfortunately there's still rattling noise, but it's not as predominant. It's not terrible. Roll up the window, sometimes you can hear it a little bit better with the windows rolled up. Alright, actually, I take that back. It is a little bit better. Before, I would hear it now just cruising anywhere between like 2,000 to 3. It would just be rattling like crazy, especially in the low gears, but on the freeway it was probably the worst and most predominant due to the RPMs you would travel at, and the eco mode would keep the valve closed. You would hear the rattling, but while driving right now it's not terrible. Obviously if I put the car in N mode, it's not going to make a difference just because the valve is open all the way. So right here, not too bad. Right, so after driving the car, hearing what it sounds like, if I had to recommend making the purchase of getting the Mopar exhaust valve spring, I would go ahead and say yes, go ahead and do it. It's like 30 bucks, and it did definitely make a world of a difference. If you just have a downpipe on and it's making the rattling sound, you know, and you still have the OEM mid pipe, you probably actually have no rattling at all. I do believe, because I have the two, that it makes a big difference. So for now, I'm really happy with it. It was a cheap purchase and it made a world of a difference. So definitely worth the install. If you have any comments or recommendations on anything else to do, or any ideas, go ahead and please leave them in the description or the comments. Yeah, thank you for viewing though, and go ahead and check out any of my other videos.